Alright, we've got our opponent here. They are playing Leona, and their chosen champion is Green Leona. Comes out readied when your opponent's scores within 3 points of victory. So that means when I hit 5, that will come out readied. Ooh, Valma's Lair. Very good. Press. Okay. Okay, me first. Should be interesting. Good luck. Okay, so we are playing against Leona. We probably want smoke screen. Now, we are going first. Daring Power is a little worse. Oh, what's up? Opponent says wait. No problem. Okay. So we probably don't want this Daring Poro. The Sprite Mother could be okay. But Sprite Mother doesn't match up too well against the Stalwart Poro, but it's probably fine. Ravenbloom students start with Smokescreen, send back Daring Poro. That's fine. We'll mulligan for 1. And we get a drummer. Not a bad place to be. Okay. I will begin. I'm gonna play my Ravenbloom student here. Pass the turn. Okay. Let's see how this Leona game goes. This might be my first or second Leona game. Ooh, when you kill a stunned enemy unit, exhaust this to draw 1. Solari Shrine. That'll be interesting. Okay, so we'll draw for turn here. We're gonna play our Ravenbloom student to Sanctum here. Sprite, we don't want another Sprite Mother, I don't think. We don't want another student, and we don't want another Sprite Mother. We'll just bottom both. Now we gotta figure out if we want to move into Sprite Mother for a second point using the Sprite, or if we want to just develop units. I'm thinking to go to just develop units here so that we can go for a solid position on board and not compromise our future runes. So we'll play a Noxian Drummer, and then we'll play a Viktor Recruit, and we will pass the turn. The intention is to use this recruit to capture this Valma's Lair next turn. Opponent plays Leona. Very good. Okay. And they have 1 up. So we're ready here. Interesting turn. So we do have 6 available. We could have Smokescreen. 1 point here. So we're at 2 points, opponents at no points. We probably want to just go for a holding pattern on the right, on the Candlelit Sanctum. It could prove difficult to hold it with a Leona on the other side. Leona's gonna be attacking for 5 because when she attacks, she'll stun an enemy unit and get her legend ability. Attacking for 5, which means I probably want to have a cruel patron on that board. So I'm going to send my recruit into the Valmal's lair, and we'll get our point there. We're gonna put our cruel patron on. Give me a second. I'm actually gonna use Noxian Drummer to go here. To go to our Candlelit Sanctum. Makes a recruit. Then I'm going to use that new recruit to play our Cruel Patron onto that board. And I will pass the turn to the opponent. So here we're trying to hold against Leona, which is actually can easily be a very difficult task here. We do have 11 might on the board, but it'll move down to 5 might once Leona moves in for an attack. Solari's Shield Breaker will stun my Cruel Patron. Yes. Yep. And then buff someone. Solaris Shieldbreaker stuns my patron. We're gonna have some dice out here. Okay, stun this. So Leona will be 5 here. So what I'm going to do is go for a smoke screen here. So that'll be 1. Defy. Yes, defy. So we have our smoke screen defied. Okay. Yes, 5. Okay, so opponent is using the 5 might to kill my drummer and student. Pretty good trade there. Yes. Go ahead and draw a card. So Solari Shrine will draw them a card here. So they've killed 2 creatures, 4 cards in hand, or 2 units. They have 4 cards in hand. They will play a Clockwork Keeper and pay a green power to draw a card. Yes, go ahead, go ahead. Yep. So I will be holding and going to 5 points, and there Leona will be going up. Okay. This is a very advantageous position for me currently. I will have a singularity available here. I'm gonna use a singularity to get this shield breaker and Leona here. Oh wait, oh boy, wait. No blue. Oh boy. I am missing a blue. Wow. I'm playing 6 and 6 and no blue. This is very bad for me. I don't know what to do. Oh god. That's insane. I was playing 7 and 5 before, and 7 and 5 would make it so that I could never get this situation, because this situation never happens, really. Thinking. The Leona is going to stun that, and then their new Leona. Yeah, two blue, yes. I might need to go back to 7-5 just for this kind of issue, but I need to think about this, because this puts me in a very bad spot right now. If I just attacking into Leona also feels bad, that is, she'd be 6, so they will go up a lot of points here. We could also just develop Viktor onto the board and play a Manufactor. I think we're forced to do it. So we will play Manufactor here, and we will play Viktor. And we will pass the turn back to the opponent. So we cannot move this recruit back because we are on Valma's lair. The opponent will get their point there. Opponent is at 1 point to our 5, but the singularity being unavailable, I think, ends the game, ends any shot of the game for us. We are at 5 points, but the opponent does have 5 cards in hand, and they are looking to be in a very dominant position here. Opponent will play Find Your Center, draw 1, cost 1. Right? If an opponent's within 3 points. Yes. Okay, so they play Find Your Center, cost 1 to draw 1, channel 1 rune. Yes. Okay, so they play Find Your Center to draw a card and channel 1 rune. Yeah, they're looking very good right now. This is not a good situation for me whatsoever. We may have a shot though still. We can just try and build the board next turn. We are going to 8. And if we can get to 6 points, they'll be at 2 points. All we need to do, I think, is take one of these battlefields. We should probably just get to 6 points. Yeah, tough turn for the opponent also. So if we get to 6 points, we are in a really good spot because the turn after that, we're gonna go to 8 runes next turn. Try and get to 6 points. We probably use a Sprite Mother there, and the Sprite Mother will put us to 7, making our next turn 9. Yes, go ahead, get your point. Yes, get your point. Look at the top 2. Opponent sends Solari Shieldbreaker with a buff on it to the Candlelit Sanctum. Is there a problem? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so the opponent's looking at the top 2. There's Solari Shieldbreakers on the battlefield on the Candlelit Sanctum. Okay. One on top, one on bottom. They do have 5 runes available, which this could mean a lot of things, right? We probably want our Cruel Patron to stay in base to be able to contest next turn. Okay, opponent plays a Fiora and has 1 rune up. Now that 1 rune could easily be an On Guard. On Guard would set our Clockwork Keeper, the opponent's Clockwork Keeper, to 4. On Guard can also... actually... So we do have 8. We can play Sprite Mother to try and get a point from that Clockwork Keeper. I may have fumbled. Opponent says they may have fumbled. I'm not sure what that would entail. They are in a really good spot here. Now, if I go for a singularity on the Leona and Fiora, right, it shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be able to do anything here because if they on guard, these 2 are at the same place, which means that the on guard will only give 1 might. I'm gonna go for these 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our singularity gets their Leona and their Fiora. We have 1 available. We have 1 more rune available. We probably want to play around this On Guard here. So we're gonna send our... Should we send a Cruel Patron? Opponent is going into 8 runes here. They can play their Leona. I think I'm gonna play somewhat conservatively here. So if we send our Manufactor in... we don't need to play conservative, I don't think. Because if this patron dies, we'll get a unit from it. No, we probably want to keep the patron at home. Oh man. I think we just go for the 2 points here. We're gonna kill this shield breaker. And we're gonna get our point trigger. We'll get look at the top 2. We are just straight up looking for We are looking for Watcher, I think, straight up, like nothing else. 2 bottom here. And Watcher would close it out really well here. I think we also just make a recruit and pass the turn. I don't think we want to do anything too crazy here. So our opponent will get a point from this Clockwork Keeper staying on the Valmaz lair. They will get a point from here. Yeah. No, oh, I put it already. Yeah. Okay, so opponent is at 3 points to our 6. They can play this Leona. Yes, and they probably Rune Prison. I believe that would be the play for them. Yes. Crew Patron will die. Trigger the Viktor. Yeah. Yes. And then I get their point. So opponent uses Leona Zealot, readies, and uses Rune Prison to kill the patron. Yes. Okay. You choose order. Yes. Opponent will draw a card. Yes. I'm pretty sure the draw happens before that because they would kill my unit and then they would conquer after. So opponent has nothing available right now, though they could have Call to Glory available and they could have Hidden Blade. Interesting here. So no stratagem for me, I don't think. Oh, we do have this Watcher though. This Watcher could be very good. Yes. Yes. So opponent gets 1 point for conquering also, so that would put them at 4. I am currently here at 6 points. So the question is, can I beat Hidden Blade with a Thousand Tail Watcher? I think I can. So we're going to use Thousand Tail Watcher here. Accelerate. So now we have to play around Call to Glory, because Call to Glory and thinking about this. We want to play around Call to Glory and Hidden Blade here, right? So if we send in this Faithful Manufactor and they Call to Glory this, okay. So what we want to do is send in our Manufactor and 2 recruits to have 4 might to play around Call to Glory so we can guarantee a capture on this Clockwork Keeper. If I send these 4 units of Clockwork Keeper, the opponent can also use the buff to Call to Glory to Leona. Leona will be at 6 might. Then we would need to... We probably need the opponent to use the Call to Glory on this Clockwork Keeper. So we actually Manufactor by itself, and then the Manufactor will take this position. Manufactor takes this position, and I would get my 7th point. Opponent would use Call to Glory to Leona. Leona will be at 6, and then I would use my Thousand Tail Watcher to conquer, and then it could be Face Breaker. Call to Glory plus Face Breaker. Interesting. I think we actually just want to have these. Okay, so we want to force their force their Call to Glory here. So we will play Faithful Manufacturer just here by itself. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Okay, yes, I was expecting that. So they did have the Call to Glory here, yes. But now, I think that means I just take their Leona here. So I will just send in my Viktor. My Viktor does make a token from this dying. Yeah. And then I will send in... I can also send in 3 that Facebreaker beats it. No, Facebreaker doesn't beat it. I'm gonna send in 3 here. I'm gonna send in 3 recruits here. Force a Hidden Blade out. Stopwatch. I think that's the game. Yeah. Yeah, that was a Hidden Blade. That's why I needed to think. Yeah. Yeah, so opponent actually had a stopwatch down there. Yeah, I was pretty scared of Hidden Blade though. Hidden Blade could have done real damage, and I think Hidden Blade could actually just deny. Like, I'm not sure if Hidden Blade actually beats that, because if they Hidden Blade one of my recruits, then Viktor beats that, and the Watcher beats the Punt recruit or the Punt Clockwork. But yeah, so we did get game 1 here, and we will sideboard now. I think we want to take them off of point because they will have that. They will have going first. We probably want to look at salvage because they can ease. I think they're going to side into Spirit's Refuge here, so I'm actually gonna preemptively side in salvages. I'm also going to side in some Falling Comets because I think it just kills everything that they would want. And I think I do want this Rex because I am going second. So I'm going to remove 5 cards from my deck here. I want to remove the 1-of Stratagem. I'm not sure the Spirit's Calls are good. And I'm not sure I think we can go down 1 Stupefy. We probably want to keep these smoke screens. We want to get rid of these Sprite Calls. They just die to Leona. Singularity was very good. They are not playing orange, but they can easily have wind walls here. We can go down 2 Stupefy. A lot of combats are not won because of this, but it's not a bad card by any means. Oh, we can just go down all 3 Sprite Calls. I wanted to test them today, but I don't think this is the right time for that. Or not that's not the right word. This is not the right match for that because it's game 2 and we do know what the opponent's on. We're gonna choose Trifarian War Camp as our second battlefield. And you have opponent has choice so opponent uses Sigil of the Storm, and I choose Trifarian War Camp. So when you conquer here, recycle 1 of your runes. You have choice. Okay, so opponent wants me to go first. I'm going to draw my first 4, look for mulligans. So we are going first. We probably want to keep the smoke screen so we can just keep them off of points and keep the stupefy. Sprite Mother, I think actually we don't want. We just want to get an early lead and hold it. Stupefy is not that important either. We want to dig to stronger cards here. I think Smokescreen is a very strong card though that will go a long way for us. So we actually get a Daring Paro and a Ravenbloom student. Is opponent ready? Okay. So I will go ahead and do my first turn. We've drawn into another Sprite Mother. We will play our Ravenbloom student and pass the turn. Our mulligans resulted in us getting a Hidden Blade and a Daring Poro, which are both okay here. Find your center, draw 1, channel 1. Yes, go ahead. So they'll ramp and draw. So they're going into 6 next turn. Okay. So I'm looking to just take this lead real quick and hold on to it for a bit. I don't think they have anything accelerate that I should worry about. Green, yellow. I will Ravenbloom student go for this point. And I will play Drummer, Noxian Drummer, and a Viktor Recruit and pass the turn back. We want to be a little energy efficient here. I think next turn I am willing to go back in energy to send 1 recruit to this side, but I will be fairly conservative otherwise. So opponent has 2 runes remaining. We should probably be a little vigilant of Zenith Blade, but it is only 2, not 3. Spirit's Refuge, yes. Yes, very good. So they did side into Spirit's Refuge, which we were thinking about. And I think we will be forced to play into that. So I'll get my point here. So I'm at 2 points right now. We have a few options here. I think we want to hold up Smokescreen and Hidden Blade. So what I'm going to do is play this Drummer, make a Recruit. So I will be presenting 9 might on this board, and their Leona will have 5, but surely they have stun. Okay, this will get stunned, and we'll actually trade. So I'm gonna send in. I'm gonna make a recruit first. So we will present more might on this board here. We're gonna send this recruit into the sigil. We'll cycle this rune back. I should have cycled back a yellow, but that was my mistake there. And I will pass the turn back to the opponent. I think green has some issues taking battlefields, but it's not impossible for them by any means. Yes, Solari Shieldbreaker, yep. Looks good. Yes, stun here. Put dice on it. Dice for stun. So opponent has their Leona, which can attack here. Their Leona stuns. Yes, thinking. So opponent probably has a defy here. The question is, we can force it out with a hidden blade, I think. Yes, I send 2 back. So I am going to hidden blade this. Yes, target Leona. The opponent has the defy like we thought, and we will smoke screen. Defy number 2, it has to be defy number 2. Discipline just ties it. Yep. That's all I got. Yeah. I got 1 rune left. I think refuge is so good. That's why I wanted to play Leona. But the problem here is this is looking very good for me. Oh man, I think I just keep playing units to this and pray. Oh boy, that's so weird. Oh boy. I don't know what to do. The Leona, the big Leona can just come by, right? Oh boy. I think this was a mistake. I'm going to regret this a lot. Oh, mistake. I can feel it coming on already. I'm going to die for this. I should have just sent everything back to base. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's tally it up for opponent. We've got 5, 9, 12, 14. An opponent can have 4 plus 7, 11. And then they have 1 more card, 11, 13. Strangely enough, Leona and On Guard doesn't beat this. Okay, we're gonna play another Leona to the board. Okay. And we are playing... What are we playing? Zenith Blade. Oh, I think they just wipe. That's interesting. 6 and 4, 10, 14. So 10. And then I have it has 1. What am I missing? So this is 10. Mine is 3, 5, 10 also. Tie. So I kill both and they would choose 4, 4, 3. Huh? How did student get... Oh! Okay. Okay. So they would kill... Student stunned. Student stunned. Yes, I see. Okay. So these 2 stunned 7. So I deal 7. 7, you deal 10. that right? Yeah, that looks right. So I would kill Leona here, and you choose 10. Four, three, three. Right. Okay. So I win this combat, but I lose a lot of my units, and Leona dies, and Shieldbreaker goes back. Okay. That was an interesting combat. Back to base. No, no, no. Leo dies. Shieldbreaker in base. Yeah. Yes. No problem. Yeah, that was understandable. That was a weird combat for sure. All the stun stuff. So we are at 7 here. This is very good for us. The question is, can opponent break? Likely yes. It's almost nearly guaranteed the opponent will break, but they do need to keep us off of a lot of stuff. So, actually, I think if we just... Oh no, if we singularity this... Oh, we can't singularity this. I think we just need to go back. So, opponent's next turn pretty much consists of this Zealot attacking one and the Shieldbreaker attacking the other. I think we just need to make a lot of doodads and go back, okay? Because this Leona here, or I can just play the Sprite Mother here, and I think that locks it in, right? Because they would need to send this Shield Breaker here, to send this Leona here, and they don't have enough to deal with that. So I would have a Sprite Mother, so that would be 8 plus, that would be 12 plus a recruit 14. They'd have to get 14 might, and they can't. And this shield breaker would be bogged down. So what I'm gonna do is send the Sprite Mother here, create the Sprite, and then trigger or use the Viktor ability, and I will pass the turn. I don't think they can break this, but I really would like to find out. So here we have 2, 12, 14. We have 14, and we have 1. So that 1 is very easy to break, but we are at 7. If that recruit lives, the opponent will lose. Oh, these games are straight. Yeah. Okay, we did get the game. Yeah. Game feels difficult because I don't know what they have. Yeah, it's very weird. I did get them like 8 to 1 it would be, but it feels very uncertain at some points. That combat spooked me for a second. Yeah, with the Zenith Blade. Okay, so we will be going to a game 3. I did win 2 games, but we will be trying game 3. Opponent has Windswept Hillock, and I have Ganking. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Opponent uses Windswept Hillock, and units on there will have Ganking. and I have Obelisk of Power. So opponent is going to go first here. I will draw my opening 4. Opponent going first. Daring Poro seems nice. We are not playing against orange, so Riptide Rex is pretty good. I actually think we just keep this because we have Daring Poro, Manufacture for the turn after. We go into 5 and have Hidden Blade access. Opponent molds. I keep. I'm gonna try keep this. So opponent will begin with 3 runes because of Obelisk of Power. They will play a Solari Shrine on turn 1 and pass the turn. So I will begin with 4 runes. We draw into a smoke screen. Okay, does that change anything we're going to do? I think we want to just kind of play a smooth curve here. Spend all 4 runes. We're going to use Faithful Manufactor here. Make a recruit and use Victor ability, make another recruit and pass the turn back to the opponent. So now we have 3 units available. We can just go for some takes with these recruits here. And we are also going into Riptide Rex immediately. Fiora. Okay. Opponent follows with a Fiora. Looks good. We're going to ready. Question is, how much do we want to commit here? I think we just play everything out and pass the turn, right? Because we can play a recruit to each of the battlefields and just have one, get 2 points versus their 1, and then we can attack, or we can Riptide Rex their whatever they send in. So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. So we have both of our recruits on point. We're going to just play out all our units here and develop the board. And then we'll pass the turn back to the opponent. We don't need to do anything too crazy here. We're just creating a little point lead so that the opponent is forced to catch up. Opponent is playing a set. I haven't seen this one yet. They didn't play a game 1 or 2. Okay, so set here. Fiora goes to Obelisk of Power. And kills my recruit. They get a point. Okay, so opponent passes the turn after that. So now the question is, how do I want to develop this board? My options will be playing Riptide Rex to get this Fiora, and then that'll keep us at 8 runes next turn to Thousand-Tailed Watcher the following turn. I think I'm just going to Riptide Rex, go for a Riptide Rex here, and then play a recruit. So Riptide Rex, target Fiora. I think opponent is thinking about discipline and okay, so it works. So I have 2 runes remaining for this turn. So I will use one of them for Victor ability. And then I will send a recruit into the obelisk. Now the question is, does the opponent want to Zenith Blade this? I imagine they don't. But it is entirely possible. If they wanted to Zenith Blade, they might have done it to... No, that's not how that... They would not have done that. Because Zenith Blade is an action. Point okay. Yes, okay, so opponent says points okay. And we will pass the turn back to them. So, next turn we are hoping to get to 6 points. That would be crazy good. Yes. Okay. Okay, so set now has a buff on it, which means at a battlefield, he's essentially 6 base. Let's see what opponent does here. They have 6 runes available. They do have a lot of options here. So they choose to go for an attack on the Hillock, the Windswept Hillock. So that means the set will have ganking the next turn, or the next time it is ready. Insane. So the opponent has opted to hold up 6 runes. So they could have called a glory, right? So if we yeah, think so. So the kind of out of things to develop. I think we want to just play this Watcher as just a 7 cost unit. Because trying to play all our removal here kind of just leads to weird outcomes, right? Because if the removal goes through, then the turn gets so weak. I'm gonna play Watcher here. No accelerate. So opponent will have 4 there. So we have some choices here. Oh man, I'm very tempted to just send everything in. They could also just Zenith Blade over here. That's I think the funniest part about it. It's so weird. This deck is so weird. Oh man. Okay. So they could have what? Call to Glory, Discipline, On Guard. I think we don't do the math. I think we just send in everyone and see what they have. Math is for blockers. I don't know if they play Magic. We'll leave that. We'll leave that one in the notebook. Ah, I knew it. Yeah. So we both score. Yeah. The dodgeball set. It's crazy. Pass the turn. So set here will have 7. Yes. But we will have a Watcher. We are going into 9 runes next turn. I'm trying to figure out how they break this board. Rune Prison. Yes. Stunned. One, two, three. Zenith Blade. Okay, so opponent is Zenith Blading here. Yes, so they Rune Prison, stun our Riptide Rex, Zenith Blade, stun our Raven Boom Student. Yes. So the opponent will kill our Riptide Rex. He goes back there. He's still ready. So opponent attack or Zenith Blades into my board, and yeah, so it can attack again. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think it just kills all my stuff now. Oh, yeah, it's all dead. Nice attack. That's such a good attack. Yes. So opponent will be able to draw a card. Damn, okay, so that's how we use Zenith Blade. We use it when we have a large creature that's ready, and then we run it in, and then we run it in again. Okay, so let's see. I think I can win this here, but I'm going to find out here. Looking for my point. Okay, so we will begin with a call of the week. You can, yeah, I think, yeah. No problem. No problem, no problem. And then you get your stopwatch here. So the next question is, do you have another Defy, right? Because they can't be both of these. We will play Smoke Screen 1, 2. And I think that should be it. Okay. Okay, well, this is a 3-0, it looks like. That's interesting though. I'm learning a lot here. This is how that combat could have been very bad. The biggest problem with the deck is that they just don't they kind of get behind. But if they don't get behind, then they can kind of just mess up a board. Very interesting game, yeah. Yeah, it looks like you can use Zenith Blade on a ready creature, and then it'll get recalled, and then you just attack it again. Like Leona attacking twice is kind of not okay. That's kind of crazy. That's good to know. All right, well, thanks for watching, and good games. See you guys later.